What is up, y'all? And welcome to Lindsey's Life. Hi, I'm Lindsey and I'm a Leo. No, but for real, this is just kind of going to be a place that I'm going to make myself do the hobbies that I want to do, try different things. I watch a lot of videos on YouTube, and it's something that I always watch and think, oh, I'd really like to try that. And then I never just have time. Like, I work 2 jobs. I don't have the time to just sit down and make myself do the things that I want to. But now that we're all in quarantine, there's really no excuses. So being at home has given me a lot of time, and we have gotten some equipment to give this a shot, basically. So we're going to do our best. I have my wonderful husband that's going to help me with the technical side of things. So give him a shout out here. He's doing a great job so far. So basically on this channel, we're going to do things like probably some baking. If anybody knows me, they know that I love to bake. We'll probably try some DIYs. I think for the past 3 years, I've asked my husband if we were going to tie-dye. Every time he said we could, and we have never done it. So this year, 2020, sometime this summer, we will be tie-dyeing on this channel. And I'm putting that in this video to hold myself accountable for one of the things that we're going to do this year. But yeah, we're just going to try some new things, and hopefully we're going to succeed some. We might fail along the way, and that's going to be okay. So we're a very adventurous couple, and today we're going to get into our first adventure, which is making tortillas from scratch. So we're going to do that today. Okay, so to make these tortillas, we're actually going to do a half recipe. So our recipe is going to call for 2 cups of all-purpose flour, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 tablespoon of lard, and 3/4 of a cup of water. So we're going to start with mixing the flour and lard together, and we're just going to do that with our hands to kind of make it like a cornmeal texture. So you just kind of got to get your hands dirty a little bit right at the beginning. So we're going to put our flour into our mixing bowl. Into that, we're also going to add our baking powder and our salt, which we also add in a little bit of taco seasoning. We make our own taco seasoning, so we put a little bit of that in there just to kind of spice it up. With our lard, sometimes we use Crisco, whatever you need to use here. I'm just going to mix that in with our hands to make it, like I said, like a cornmeal texture first.
This is only the beginning.
And then we're going to move this over to our handy dandy KitchenAid with our bread hook. Lock that into place. And we're going to mix in our water. Yeah. And this comes together pretty easily. Okay, so now we're just going to take this dough out and put it onto a lightly floured surface. So I'm actually just going to put some flour down directly on my counters. They're all wiped down and clean. Okay, so we're just going to flour this a little bit. I'm a little nervous about stuff sticking, so I probably am going to overflour, and that's going to be okay. So we're going to take our dough out. Going to knead this until it becomes a little cohesive ball, a nice little ball of what will soon be tortillas. So just until it's just not as sticky anymore. And then we're going to divide this into 8 even amounts that we're going to roll out into round-ish tortillas. We're going to do our best to make round tortillas. We're going to make this into 8 even dough balls. So I just cut the one big ball into 8 even triangles basically from the circle, and then we're just going to roll them into little spheres. I'm just putting a little bit more flour on the outsides of these to get them to roll without sticking to my hands. They do a better job. I'm also going to reflour the surface before I actually start rolling them out, because they're getting a little stuck to the counter already. So now that we have all of our little balls of dough moved off to the side here, we're just going to start with one and make it into as round of a tortilla as possible. It'll also help if you flour your rolling pin just a little bit, so that the dough doesn't stick to that either. We're going to try to make these into little round tortillas. The good news is that with homemade food, it doesn't have to look the prettiest because it's going to taste the best with all the extra love that you put into it. Okay, so this one looks pretty good. It's nice and thin, so we've got to get it up off the counter here without ripping it. And we're just going to set all these off to the side so that whenever we're ready to actually fry them, they'll all just be ready at one time. So we're just going to move this over here. There's a little flour on there so that it doesn't stick to the board. A little flour between it so that the next one doesn't stick to it. And we're going to do this 7 more times. Are just going to pan fry these up, and we are definitely a cast iron family. We live by the cast iron in this house, so if you don't have a good cast iron, obviously we suggest that you get one, get it good and seasoned up. So that's what we're going to use today. We have all of our tortillas just lined up over here, and we're just going to cook these one by one in the pan. Just put them down for about a minute each. So we're just going to cook this for a little bit, then flip it over. So now we have a whole plate of homemade tortillas, which we're going to use to make like steak fajitas later. You can use them for whatever you like to use flour tortillas for though. I appreciate y'all coming along on this adventure with me, this ride. I'm still learning. I'm going to be extremely awkward for a while, trying to work my way through that. But this was just something for me to do to have a little fun. I get to show these videos to my friends, kind of hang out with them virtually. But I'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.